Undercurls.
Charlie Scene.
Johnny Three Tears.
Funny man.
I'm Danny.
And I'm J-Dog. And we're Hollywood Undead.
Woof, woof, motherfucker.
Well, people say that you have your whole life to write your first record, and then you got a few months or a year to write your second one. Everyone always writes their own lyrics. It's always been that way. It's still that way. It's just this time was a little more hard pressed, a little more pressure. We do the same thing we used to do. We do all the pre-production at our houses, and we got studios that we do it in, and then we go with producers who kind of spruce it up a little bit.
No, I think everybody stepped up their game too. Like in the band, everybody brought. I think we all inspired each other to bring something new to the table, and it's like healthy competition. Like one person writes a song that is like, whoa, this is really good, and it's kind of a snowball effect. Everybody wants to step up their game and be on the same level, and I would say we just all got a lot better, and in part because all of us inspire each other in that sense to get better. So it's good. You have a little healthy competition in the band, and everybody wants to write the best songs they can, and I think it definitely comes across on this record. I think on this one of the best choices we made, as opposed to the first one, is we worked with a couple people. We worked with Don Gilmore and Danny, and on this one we wanted to expand it because it almost divided the record on the last one, where there's half and half. And on this one we worked with 4 different dudes, and I think the reason we did that is we wanted to have more variety on the record, where it wasn't just 50-50, So I think there's a lot more of those songs that you find kind of driven down the middle, as opposed to this kind of song or that kind of song. There's a lot of songs that have like a happy medium in them, and I think that came about because we worked with a lot more people, and which always brings out a lot more out of us, you know what I mean? Because you're in a different room with a different guy, and you're going to have a different result. And I think it was very beneficial for this record, just because we wanted to move it forward. We didn't want it to sound like Swan Songs Part 2, you know what I mean?
A typical day in the studio is half and half. Like half are eating Panda Express, half are drinking like Bud Light. And then we just dump Bud Light on the Panda Express, and we all eat it.
The guys drinking the Bud Light bother the guys trying to eat their Panda Express.
Let me get a bite of your orange chicken. The record, the way it turned out, it just sort of happened naturally. We never try to have a certain sound. We just kind of write songs, whatever we're feeling, have a topic we want to, shed some light on, and then we just get up in the studio, and then whatever happens pretty much. We don't try to go in and try to sound like Hollywood Undead. That just comes with the territory.
If we went in and wrote the same record, because the same record came out 3 years ago, we wrote it a year or two before that. If we came out with the same record twice, then we'd be considered a failure. Any band that writes the same record twice, you're a one-trick pony. It's that's not what we're about. So it just comes natural to kind of evolve in a sense. I think any band that does that is successful.